and boom, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, none other than yours truly, Chef Scott, coming to you live and uncensored. Hello, Phoenix Fitness International family. It's so good to be able to be with you this wonderful Tuesday. This is what we call a Tasty Tuesday. And so Chef Scott is always trying to come up with innovative ways of being able to not only show you demonstrations, but also be able to tell you some educational things about health and wellness, your health and wellness, and what we're doing with the Phoenix Fitness International. Now, we do know that today is our Tuesday meal. I think the Tuesday meal is going to be a tilapia, or if you would rather have like another fish like whiting or catfish, you'll still be able to use those instructions. Hey, Melissa, good to see you. You'll still be able to use those instructions. I was told at the top it has Old Bay seasoning. You can use the Old Bay seasoning for it, or you can use just the salt, pepper, and some garlic powder. Either or is fine. You're just going to be using a small portion of it, like about a half of an actual teaspoon. So it's going to be very small. So I just want everybody to be able to know what's going on. Hey, the other thing is, remember your portion control. Remember your portion control. Only the size of the palm of your hand, that's all we're talking about. So again, the size of your palm of your hand, and that's it. Hey, Betty, good to see you. Glad you could join in with me today. Hey, so again, it's very important. Hey, you know what? I didn't even realize. Be Rich is Betty. Hey, Be Rich. Coach, Be Rich. Okay, then. Hey, so again, some of the things that we want you to be really mindful of is actually not only just your portion control, but staying focused. Don't let yourself get distracted. And I do know that sometimes, hey, we all can have challenges. And when it comes down to this, a lot of what you do is mental. A lot of what you do is mental. So it's about staying focused, trusting the process, making sure you're doing the things that your coaches are showing you to be able to do. And again, hey, just digging deep. That's what we got to do. And let me just say this too. Some of these meals, it'll throw you off though, because I know a lot of them are really tasty. They're really good. But continue, like I said, to trust the process. Stay to your portion control. Stay engaged. Please, please, please. Did I say please? Please. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Please continue to post your foods. It's important that you post your foods because, again, that is a gauge so that you can show that you're being accountable and that your coaches can tell that you're actually engaged with actually preparing these foods. There's a lot to this method that we utilize, and we're utilizing with the actual Phoenix Fitness, but we want you to be able to just get in there and be able to prepare your meals, but post your meals so others will be encouraged to post theirs. And you know what they'll do? It'll make sure that everybody's keeping everyone accountable, and they're going to be making sure that they're doing what's the right thing to do. So let me go ahead and talk a little more. Well, let me just say before I get into what I want to teach on today, I don't know about y'all, but I am excited about this Friday night. Say it again. This Friday night, we're going to have our first cauliflower pizza competition. Did you hear what I said? We're going to have, and all the coaches are in on this. So what's going to happen is each of your coaches is going to judge the pizza that you prepare. And that's why we want you to start preparing food now, because on Friday evening, we want you to be able to prepare a cauliflower pizza. Now, here's what Chef Scott recommends. I recommend that you go to a place like Publix or Kroger or Trader Joe's or Walmart, because they all sell cauliflower pizza crust, so you don't have to make it from scratch. The other part we want you to be able to do is I want you to be able to make it, like I said, like the best pizza you ever made, but you still got to watch your portion control. Now, here's the things. You'll be able to use vegetables. You'll be able to use one meat, which is one protein, whichever that is. But remember now, you can't eat any more than the meat the size of your hand now, the palm of your hand. No, you got to stay to the program with that. Hey, there goes Coach Howard. I see Coach Howard all the time. So, hey, good to have you, Coach Howard. So the thing is, we want you to be able to have that, whatever protein you put onto that pizza, it'll be only one. So if you want to use pepperoni, that's fine. If you want to use sausage, that's fine. If you want to use beef, that's fine. Whatever you want to use, turkey, ham, that's fine. But only one protein, okay? Now, you can use varieties of cheeses, because I know people like mozzarella cheese. I know people like cheddar cheese. They like sharp cheese. They like Provolone cheese. Whatever cheese you want. So don't try to call me back up and say, hey, Chef, suppose I want to use nuclear waste cheese. I don't think. Come on, y'all. Don't make this difficult. Again, just you utilize your cheese. You're going to have a base. So whatever that tomato sauce or ragu sauce that you're going to use, you'll have that. And if you want to use flour, you want to use vegetables, use those vegetables. You need to have some vegetables, and I'm gonna tell you that you can't have a healthy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so use some vegetables, and like I said, you can put your cheeses onto it, but make it look worthy of a contest. And you already know you're gonna have some of the outsides of it probably clean too. So again, make it a wonderful pizza, and we want you to take good pictures of that pizza, because this is what we're doing is, whichever coach that you are under or you're working with, they're going to judge out of their group who makes the best cauliflower pizza. Now, you know they have to judge you with their eyes, right? Because we're not there physically, she's not there, or they're not there physically, so they're going to be able to judge it, because we want to have a great presentation. Whenever you hear Chef Scott say, hey, wonderful job, great job, but when I add in there, and beautiful presentation, that means according to what I see, it looks really nicely well put together. And that's what we want you all to do, is have great presentations when you put your pizza together, or even when you do your regular meals. Some of you are doing a fabulous job on not just posting your meals, but you're putting together real nice. And I love the colorations. I love the actual layout. I love what I'm seeing. I love the cleanness of the edging of the plate. I love that. So keep that up, because that's, like I said, that's something that I really pick up and notice, and I love that, okay? So let's talk about this pizza contest a little bit more. What we want you to do, and Chef Scott's going to be posting it, but I'm just saying this on this video so you'll get a chance to know in advance. We want you to name your pizza. Give it a good, healthy name. A healthy name. Give it a nice name, okay? Name your pizza. We want you to post that pizza on your regular page and on your actual Phoenix Fitness page. We want you to post it on both pages. We want you to tag your coach in on it also, so that when you do that posting, your coach will know about it. Do not, and I'm going to say it again, do not tag Chef Scott. Chef Scott's got a lot of people he's dealing with. And I know on sometimes on you all side, you think, hey, I'm the only one Chef Scott got to deal with. We're the only people here. Chef Scott's got a lot of people he deals with, so a lot of you I can't be able to respond back to, but we want you to, like I said, post that. Make sure that you tag your coach in. Make sure that you give it a wonderful name. Make sure you make it heart healthy. Make sure you take a picture of it, because at the end of that actual day, we're going to have your coaches pick out from their teams which one of those pizzas are the best that they see. And guess what? It's not over yet. No. After that, what that coach is going to do is whatever or whoever makes that pizza, that is the one that wins within those coaches, Chef Scott is going to take all the winners from all the coaches. You got 4 coaches. There will be 4 actual separate pizzas that will be presented to me. I'm going to choose out of those 4 pizzas who has the best presentation, the best name, and all of it goes together. And it's got to be a good picture. You know, we got to see it. So again, we want this to be really nice and good. That winner, whoever that winner is going to get a brand new book from Chef Scott, free of charge. They will get my latest book out. They'll get that. Not only that, but I'm going to feature them that very next morning. Saturday morning, you'll be able to see them with their bright, pretty face. And Chef Scott's going to have their pizza on the background, their name, and we're going to blast it out to everybody so everyone knows who is the winner of the cauliflower pizza cook-off. All right, for the Phoenix Fitness International. So again, we are so appreciative of all of you. I am appreciative of all of you. Like I said, joining in and making this a success. And just like I said, having some fun, y'all. We can't let this be so, minute and everything that you take out the fun. Okay, so we want to, like I said, continue to have fun with it. So Chef Scott going to talk about, now I can finally talk about what I came to talk about from the get-go. Okay, so I'm going to talk about several things, but the actual goal and what I'm going to talk about is for you to be able to understand what happens when you lose weight. When your body begins losing weight, I want you to understand miraculously. So as it's taking place, you'll see the benefit. And what I want to do, I'm trying to do this today to encourage you to continue to eat clean. One of Chef Scott's sayings is that if you eat clean, you'll think clear. If you eat clean, you'll think clear. Believe it or not, a lot of how you think has to do with what you eat. It does. A lot of times you're eating unhealthy foods and as weighty of foods that are weighing you down, that cause you to be sluggish, your mind's going to be sluggish. Your thoughts are going to be sluggish. At least you may not even know that your thoughts, the thoughts that are in your mind, get carried from one part of your brain to another part with a liquid that's called tau. And that actual liquid carries those thoughts into that actual membrane in order for those thoughts to be able to be sparked and think. Have you ever noticed some days you get up and you're real clear? You're just thinking like, man, I got this together. I can talk clear, think clear, feel like I can do everything. Yeah, that's what a good mind should feel like every day. But when your mind doesn't feel like that, when your thoughts don't come out clear like that, a lot of it has to do with what you've been eating and how your body's feeling. Because your body is the vehicle in which you carry not only your thoughts inside, but your emotions and everything else. So we want you to be able to eat clean and think clear. So I want to talk about, like I said, what things take place when you're losing weight in this body. Two things I want to talk about. First of all, there's two areas of your body, and let me make sure I pronounce it correctly. Subcutaneous fat. It's called subcutaneous fat. And I want to make sure I pronounce it wrong. Ventricle fat. Now, subcutaneous fat is the fat that actually is right beneath your skin. When we talk about measuring your fat content in your body and you pull your skin, or you might grab parts of your body, that's on the outside. That's the subcutaneous fat. That's when you actually, oh God, I got inches and inches and I got inches of fat here and fat. There's subcutaneous fat, and then there's ventricle fat. And the ventricle fat that I'm talking about is the fat that's actually inside your body, that generally is right outside the walls of your muscles, that's actually in your stomach lining. That's the part that's inside your body, the fatty tissues. When people get liposuction, they're getting it from the inside of their body, sucked out of their actual body. So that's that fat that's inside. So I want you to know, what we're doing with this program, we're working on both, because we want to decrease your actual body fat for your outside, what's right beneath your skin, and we want to decrease, I should say. We also want to decrease the fat that's from the inside of your body that's outside of those muscles. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about certain parts, what will happen and the benefits of it. Excuse me, let my eye. Okay, one of the things I want to talk about is depression. Hold on one second. There's somebody, tried to send me a message. Okay, depression. Depression is a state of mind that generally deals with a lot of anxieties. Believe it or not, when people are overweight, and you all know this, because we've all been there. I remember when I was very, very much overweight, 310 pounds, good golly, neck out to here, 24-inch, huge, eyes were kind of sunk in, my skin was not clear and everything like that. My thinking wasn't clear. I had talked real slurish. Yeah, and this was not that many years ago. This was only 5 years ago, to be exact. So the thing is, I had to find out, how do I get rid of this? How do I deal with this? Because automatically I felt depressed because I felt ugly. I felt that I looked bad. I felt that you know how it makes you feel. And when you feel depressed, what do we generally do when we're feeling depressed? Most depressed people, they go to their happy place. Where do they have happiness? Not going out exercising. That doesn't make them happy. Not when you gain all this weight. No, you don't feel happy when you're outside or playing with people and do it. What makes people happy when they're depressed and they're overweight is eating more. And they eat more, and we eat more comfort food, and we're eating. So when you start losing that weight, guess what else leaves? That depressive state. If you notice, most of you that have lost weight, I talked to a young man just yesterday, and I'm going to give him a big old shout out. Matter of fact, he is actually Coach Howard's son. And let me tell you, this young man had lost, literally like in 2 weeks, 20 pounds. Wow. He's burning it, And the only way that we can continue to be successful with that, and I didn't want to mess his name up. I know it's something like Desmond, or that's why I didn't want to mess it up. But I know I call him Brother Howard. But again, the thing is that how it is done is by realizing I've got to get away from what's been holding me back. And whatever that is that's been depressing a person or holding you back or keeping you from being able to say, I'm going to lose this weight, that's what we're trying to do. We're fighting that mentality because what it does, it keeps us depressed. And you'll find out as you're losing weight, you're going to start feeling good about yourself. You're going to start feeling good in your health. And that depression, those anxieties, those stress, those things that come against you in your mind to make you feel like you can't do it, they're going to go away because you're going to get ahead of the fray. And you're going to be one being successful and telling everyone about how you made it. Okay? So let me talk a little bit more. All right. Migraines. A lot of what comes along with that head, with a lot of overweight, and it's the migraines. Why? Because you got blood pressure. And when the blood pressure goes so high, automatically it's going to produce migraines. Statistically, 57% of the people who lose weight that had problems with migraine headaches or they had headaches goes away. Just like that. Just like that. So here we're talking about two things already. We're talking about what happens when you're losing that weight and you're getting in shape. Then you're losing that depression. You're losing them migraines. And you're feeling a lot better about yourself and everything. It's very important. This is what happens when you lose weight and get to those goals. Okay. Another one. You'll be able to get rid of gout. I know what I'm talking about because Chef Scott had gout. Gout is an arthritic condition that generally builds up in the actual foot and areas of your body where you have your actual cartilage, where it's actually the joints are, and it causes excruciating pain because what is happening now, the salt that is in your body goes to those places and attacks it and won't allow it to have any type of rest, so it gives it pain and it hurts in those joints. That's called arthritic or arthritis type pains, and it adds up to gout. It will take away your gout. I had gout bad where I couldn't even walk for like about a week and a half at a time because it hurt that bad. But through losing that weight and for letting that weight come off, you'll find out not only you're not feeling depressed, not only you're getting rid of the gout, and not only that, like I said, you're going to be losing that weight and that unconventional fat that you don't like. You're going to get rid of all that, and it'll make you feel better. Okay, another thing, type 2 diabetes. Chef Scott was bad. Type 2 diabetes, my A1C, which is the actual count that they use to determine how bad your diabetes is. I was a type 2 diabetes. My A1C was like a 9. The normal is a 6. And so Chef Scott was on 18 units of insulin every day. And I had to shoot it in my sides every day. And that thing hurt because the more you shoot yourself with different needles or whatever type of thing like that, then that part of your skin hardens, but it hurts. It hardens and hurts. And I was like, I don't like pain. If y'all don't know nothing about Chef Scott is a big teddy bear. He might look big and he can say, roar, but let me tell you this, I don't like no pain. So when I was getting those shots and I had to take these shots myself, I'm like, man, whatever I gotta do it. Because I had to get that, insulin is that part that usually runs out of your pancreas that actually breaks down the sugar that comes in your body. And so that the insulin, when it feels that sugar coming in the body, it automatically attacks that. And then you excrete that sugar out of your body. Excrete meaning that it goes out when you urinate. Okay? Well, if you don't have insulin in your body, you have nothing to break down that sugar, and nothing to break down that sugar means that sugar is going to accumulate in your body, which causes the fat to accumulate within your body. And if you don't watch it, that sugar will kill you. That's why it's called sugar diabetes, which actually is an overload of sugar in that body that is uncontrolled. And with it being uncontrolled, you will die. So the best thing to do, and I would say it's like I had to do and like you're doing, is go ahead and let's lose that weight, so we can get that diabetes out of there. I'm at 6.5. So that means I'm almost not even a diabetic. I don't take any insulin at all. Thank you, Jesus. So again, it helps out with your diabetes. Statistically, people who had at least or type 2 diabetes, 82% of them, when they come back to their normal weight, the regular weight that they should be, they lose actually the actual disease called diabetes. 82%. Pretty good. Okay, talk a little bit more. Cardiovascular, good golly. Chef Scott again. Cardiovascular. 5 years ago, Chef Scott was in the hospital here in Atlanta. He had a heart attack. Man, let me tell you this. Television doesn't depict a heart attack the way it really is because it's different in everybody anyway. But for Chef Scott, it hit me so abruptly. I didn't even know I had heart problems. It hit me so abruptly. Literally, I just lost all my energy. It got zapped, and I could barely even say a word or two. And just by the grace of God, I was able to get myself up and drive to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, they went and checked my pulse, and all of a sudden they started putting all these bands around me, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what's going on? Oh, sir, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of this. And then you already know when they call certain things out, cold blue. Cold blue? That means that you can't even tell me what's going on. They just don't want you to panic. The next day, Chef Scott had to have not open heart, but had to have surgery where they could put stents in my heart so that it keeps certain arteries that are open so it would not close up. And if those arteries close up because of clogs, whether it's due to cholesterol or it's due to, like I said, some other type of blockage that's going there, blood clots, then hey, you leave here. But I want you to know this. 5 years ago when I started on this same program that you are on, I wound up losing that weight. And when I lost that weight, my doctor said, Saranada, the meds that they were giving me, Saranada, I got one med I take right now, but it isn't like what I was taking. But that's just to make sure that I keep my blood keeps thin, and it's a blood thinner. Again, you got to make sure you take care of this body because your heart, you don't take care of the heart, you will leave here. So again, losing that weight helps your heart to be able to flow and be able to keep the blood being cleansed. And this is why it's so important when Chef Scott is giving you all these recipes with you'll find out I'm using a lot of vegetables and everything like that. The vegetables that we're using are so that they can be as cleansers to your blood at the same time. It's one thing for me to be able to recommend certain meals because I do talk about the heart healthiness of the meal, but a lot of times we don't know, or you all wouldn't know, that the foods that I'm putting in there, certain peppers I'm putting in there, certain things when I'm talking about broccoli or cauliflower, these type of things, a lot of these work as blood cleansers so that your blood can be cleansed. So when it's going to your heart, it's sending fresh blood out to your body, unobstructed by any other foods. Okay? So there is a method, as I mentioned, and Coach Lita knows all this, so I'm not even talking to her about that because, again, she and we connect on everything and at every level to make sure that everything that we put out there is good and a good product. Okay, got to go a little bit further. So I talked a little bit about high cholesterol. You do know cholesterol is the fats that actually goes into your actual arteries, and it blocks those arteries, and that's why it's important. As you're losing weight, 87% people recover from any of their risks from the high cholesterol by eating proper and losing that weight. Get rid of that high cholesterol. For those of you who've ever struggled and had like liver disease or kidney problems and everything, losing that weight also helps with that too. Because again, you need your kidneys. You got to have something dilating them and making sure that your actual blood is being actually distributed, and it's a cleanser also. Your liver does, and then also you want to make sure, what else would I had? Liver and your kidneys. Yeah, make sure you take care of losing your weight because it'll help those things also. And that is 90% success rate when you lose your actual weight. Inflammation. Inflammation is simply that your joints and your body start swelling because they got a lot of salt, they got a lot of sodium, they got a lot of phosphate in it. And you don't want your actual body to be swelling because if it swells, that's not good. So a lot of times when we're losing that weight, is anti-inflammatory. It helps you to lose weight and helps you to lose that swellage. A lot of times people have that salt and everything in their body, and you'll see that ankle swell up and everything. And your ankle should actually have a shaping up from your leg down to your actual ankle. Then it goes a little bit out and comes back in. And then you have your foot, So it's important that you're eating correctly and you're eating foods that will take away a lot of those inflammatories. And that's why generally you'll see Chef Scott talk about things like carrots, broccoli, asparagus. These are things that take away their good anti-inflammatories. So they'll take away the inflammation from your body. So those are always good. Beans, I'm talking about like the actual split peas, that type of bean, green beans, that type. Okay, let's talk about, also it helps if you're suffering from asthma. Some of you may be suffering at times with asthma. You're having a problem with your breathing and everything because your lungs. Again, eating clean. And that's why we keep on emphasizing we got to eat clean will help with asthma. If you're having a problem with your asthma, breathing. Sleep obstructiveness. Yeah, having problems sleeping, a lot of that's due to the weight. Because when you got a lot of weight and some of you have sleep apnea, you really snore really hard. Well, let me talk about it so we know about it because Chef Scott has had that too. Bad. I mean, literally. I was so bad with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea just simply means that your actual body, certain parts in your body close up. So you do know these are your sinuses, here, 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 your eyes, your throat, your ears, all that works as part of your actual part where it deals with your sinuses. And so when you have it, especially when your throat closes up, because what happens is a lot of fatty tissue actually builds up in your throat. And if that builds up in your throat, when you sleep, you should know your actual medulla in the back of your throat, it relaxes. And that part of your throat, I don't want to go showing on my mouth. But anyway, that part of your throat, when it relaxes, it leans onto your throat, and then all of a sudden you hear. And have you heard people, and have you seen people that when they're sleeping, it looks like they stop breathing? Guess what? They actually have. And it's so imperative that you lose that weight because if not, you're going to need to be what's called on a CPAP machine. That CPAP machine is what keeps a continual air pathogen flow. CPAP is that actual continual air flow so that it goes through your actual body so that it's actually keeping you without your throat closing up and without affecting the rest of your actual body. If your throat closes up and you're sleeping and you stop breathing, you might just pass out and die. So I'd rather be honest with you. It's very important that you take care of your body. Again, losing weight will help you with that. Chef Scott had that for years. Didn't even know it. I would get like, have you ever felt like you get about 6 and 7 hours of sleep and you still feel tired? Something's wrong there. A lot of times people say, well, maybe I just need more vitamins or everything like that. It could be that you actually are suffering, you have sleep apnea, and you're not getting enough sleep because when that air cuts off to your actual lungs, your lungs not taking in the normal air that it normally takes in. And when the lungs don't take in the air that it normally takes in, it can't push those thoughts into your brain because your brain's not getting the air that it needs to be aired out, to be able to think clear. And so you need to be able to, like I said, get good sleep. Good sleep is vitally important. If you don't do anything else, you need to eat clean, you need to get good sleep, good rest, and you need to exercise. That'll keep you alive. Okay, so I'm not going to go any more deeper in that. I could, but I'm not. All right, let's see. Degenerative joint problems and pains. Degenerative joint problems and pains is like what happens to your bone density. Bone density is simply that your bones have a strength that they have, and when your bones actually start getting weak, especially as you get older, and think about it, if you got a lot of weight that you're putting onto your bones, remember now, in between your bones, you have what's called a cartilage, and those cartilage work like hydraulics, and so that's where you get your bounce from. But if you got a lot of weight on your body, and then you're trying to walk like that, but your knees are hurting, your ankles are hurting, your legs are hurting, your back is hurting, that's because you got all that weight and you're putting on your body, and it is hurting you. It's hard for you to be able to, hey Tamara, it's hard for you to be able to get around. And because again, your bones start getting weak. And then you know this too, as you get older, those bones will break on you. You have a little slip and fall or whatever, because those bones they're only geared to hold up so much. And cartilage doesn't like grow back. It doesn't. So those hydraulics, you can't do like a car unless you're going to do have surgery. And then have that removed to replace it with something else. But again, that's why you got to take care of this body. Exercise. I'm not saying put in 2 and 3 hours of exercise a day. 30 minutes is good. If you can do 30 minutes of cardio and you're just walking, and hey, you'll be surprised that if you just walk and take care of your body, make sure that you're eating proper, make sure you're getting your sleep, drinking your water. Got to drink a lot of water. If you do that, you'll find yourself feeling a lot better. You'll be a lot healthier, and your thinking will be vital. Boop, boop. All right, I'm almost through. For you, ladies, that may have problems with your menstrual cycles. Believe it or not, losing weight, it has for dysfunctions during your menstrual cycle. You'll find out losing weight will help you tremendously because when that weight is gone, there's no pressure pushing on your body, and especially in those areas where it actually causes you to be able to, feel that discomfort and everything. So it's a very good thing to do in losing weight because, again, it will affect your body positively every time. And you won't, believe it or not, the more you lose weight, the better you're going to feel, the better you're going to be feeling about yourself. You're going to be getting back in those clothes that you used to wear when you were younger, that you used to talk about. I heard a person say one time what they did to encourage themselves, they threw away all the clothes that fit them now. And they said, I'm not wearing anything. Well, you got to wear your regular, if you go to work or whatever. Yeah. But they said, I'm not wearing anything but what I used to fit in. Because they had piles of clothes. So I'm not telling you to do that now. Now, I want y'all to make sure y'all ain't quoting Chef Scott. Chef Scott say, Chef Scott say, throw away all the clothes I got right now, and I'm going to lose all this other weight. I didn't say it like that. How about we do this? Just go ahead and lose that weight, and then you can't wear those clothes anyway. You can put them in a box or something like that. That'll work. So again, hey, I just want to be able to, like I said, touch base with you all today. Let you all know you're doing a fantastic job. I want to make sure that you understand what happens when we're losing weight with our body, all these different functions, all these different advantages that we have by losing weight for our body. And like I said, it's going to make your whole total metabolism change over. And you're going to see it's going to be to your benefit. It's going to be a wonderful thing. So again, I just want to be able to encourage you all with that. Chef Scott is getting ready, and probably within the next 5 minutes, you check your actual Facebook and your actual site with the Phoenix Fitness International. I'm going to post actually the things that I just talked about. I'll post a picture of a person, and it'll show those parts of the body that it actually affect as they're losing weight. And again, I want you all to get in there, continue to trust the process, continue to do a fantastic job, continue to work along with these fantastic coaches because they're all doing a fabulous job. And as they're doing their job, we want you to do your job, which is to be able to lose that weight, and also remember those non-scale victories are important also. Okay? So Chef Scott is getting ready to run. I will be seeing you all a little bit out. I kind of peek in throughout the day. And if I see some good meals and everything like that, I'll say a little something, try to encourage everybody just to be able to continue to work and do what you're doing because it makes a difference. And I realize that it makes a difference that you all are being encouraged. Chef Scott is with you all on Tuesdays. I generally don't do a lot of interacting on those other days because, as you all should know, Chef Scott has other clients also that he deals with. So I have other days for them too. So again, when I'm here with you all on Tuesday, I'm here. All right. So without any further ado, thank you all again for joining me. If I said some things that maybe you feel like it is helpful and it helped you, as I always say, chefs need love too. So I love those thumbs up and those little hearts and all that kind of thing because it encourages me to study even that much more, to be able to get out information to you all so that we all can celebrate your weight losses and your actual non-weight losses and the victories that you have. So again, don't forget about Friday night. Friday night is the cauliflower pizza cook-off, all right? So we're excited about that. You all take care. We'll be talking to you soon. God bless you. And as I always say, keep on eating clean because the best is yet to come for you. Take care. God bless. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.